Prish said, I am a Manibus server. It's my first time. I saw some videos where they say that Duranite scenario in phase 1 have to transfer stuffs to Eternal Land, and after I go to the new server, I imagine I get it back from there. But now the game is popping up a window where it's asking me to go to another server scenario that I signed up for, and when I click to enter, it says I will lose everything that I have currently. So I don't understand what I should do. Sorry for writing so much. Nope. That's okay. Watch this, Prish. Let me help you out here, buddy. I'm going to show you. All right. Yeah. So this right here, see new scenario available. We're going to come back to that. All right. So when you look in your, so this is a brand new character, Prish. Brand new, right? Like I made it for this. So this is a great character to show this to you. The first thing, anything that you got with blueprints, you keep. So all of this is stuff that I've opened up on my main character at some point, right? I don't have to reopen it. It's all there. I'm going to get to keep it. It's good. Collection level, all of this stuff I keep. Blueprint conversion, you're going to keep. Mods, anything that you have inside of here, you'll keep, right? All of this is with your character. You don't have to worry about any of this stuff, right? It's all. The gear that you have, any of this gear you're going to be starting over. But I'm going to caveat that in a second, right? So like basically anything that you have on your character, when you come into the new world, you're going to be like me. You're going to be level 1, and this is what you're going to have. I just came into this scenario, so this is all you get. You get basically these items. Unless you use somebody else's code or something, or it's been a while since you've been back. And then for the backpack, you will not have anything, right? So if I go across, that's my thing, but all of this is stuff that I've just gotten since I've been inside the server. But you see, I have no deviants or anything else, okay? So this is if you start a brand new character. Now let me show you if you're transferring character. Oops, didn't mean to do that. All right, so when I go to this other character, right? What this is going to do is I'm going to show you what's going to happen, the variation of what I just showed you. Yep, transfer new scenario, and that's good. So that's basically what that is. So what I just showed you is basically that, right? Like you're going to keep all of the mods and blueprints and all that stuff that you've worked, but the gear and stuff is the stuff you lose. So you'll go back down to 1. You'll have no gear. So it's like you're playing through the game again, but you'll have the choice. If you finish the campaign once, you have the choice to do simplified or do it all over again. I choose simplified. Story to me is not really that big of a deal for this game. So simplified means that you can kind of run around and do things. And it also depends on the scenario you go into also, because they're not all the same. Okay. So your character, right? The character that you're currently on, that's currently in a scenario that you're going to be transferring to another scenario. Remember, you're still going to be level 1, no gear. But the variation is over here, you're going to have this thing that says transit storage. Now you have the option. What you can do is transfer it all to the Eternal Land, which is what you put in here. That's what some folks are telling you, right? Like when I open this up, this is all of the items that I had in the last scenario. All of this stuff. So what you can do is go to Eternal Land and transfer it all in there, right? And it's very simple. You make storage, you put all this stuff in there, and then you're good to go. And then what happens is, I'll show you in a second, but then you have this storage, which is your inherent resources. I'm not going to show you that yet, but so let's say you don't do that. You don't go to Eternal Land. I didn't even build a base until yesterday in Eternal Land, and I've been playing for I don't know how many. It's been a year plus now, 2 years I've been playing this game. I didn't even have Eternal Land. So what will end up happening is you're going to have this little button here. This will be all the stuff that you currently have in game right now on your character that you'll have available if you want. Now, I caution you by saying what's going to end up happening, anything you have in Eternal Land or that you transfer over will be here in your inherent resources. You only have 20,000 of these points to spend. Like that's it. So when I come in, look, and everybody has their own opinions on what they do. Okay, so I don't get weapons. I don't get armor. I don't get any of that stuff. You don't really need it. Like, I mean, if you're doing blueprints, you're upgrading your stuff, you don't need to worry about that stuff. Like it's fine. So what I normally do is I will get the deviants that I want. I usually only bring over like 5. So usually I'm bringing over like a B. Now I like to farm. I'm not telling you to do this, but this is what I do. I usually bring over a B. I bring over the little raincoat dude and some of the others. If I have a dig boy that's like really high level, I'll bring that over. If I have a wolf, which I don't have one here, I'd bring that over. Basically something for combat and then support dudes. That's where I focus my time on. And then the other thing that I'll bring over is I bring over food, but the food I bring over, I usually will bring over a small amount of canned lunch meat. The game's going to give you 5 already. If I remember right, I think it's 5. And then I'll usually pull over like 10. And then I make malt ale because I hate the sanity in this game. So I always want to have malt liquor on me. So that's why I always, no matter where I'm going, you guarantee that I'm going to be doing something with malt or corn ale. It's guaranteed that I'm going to be doing it. And then usually I bring over like 15 or 20 of these. And that is about it. I might, depending, bring over a drill and a chainsaw. So before you leave that scenario where you're currently at, I highly recommend that you come right here, right? You go down here, you craft the electric rock drill and you craft a logging chainsaw. I usually craft 2 of these and one chainsaw. That's it. Only because this alone will speed up your progress so fast in your new scenario that you won't even be worried about you won't even be worried about starting over because it'll be that fast. So that's like the only other thing that I bring. Everything else, I usually have points left over. This time when I came in, I actually, because we're in Endless Dream, this one's actually harder than Manibus. Manibus is like a good starter location, so it's great that you're in that one. This one has actually been kind of hard. So for this one, I've had to have more alcohol. I've had to have more food, stuff like that, because it's just been way more difficult than I was expecting it to be. So does that help, Prish? Did that give you what you needed? Anybody else, if you have comments or things to help Prish, don't be shy to post them up in the chat there.